I'm unhappy with the choices the Republican and Democratic parties offer us, but I also don't want to split the vote and become a spoiler.
Well, the Justice Party will run candidates at local, state, and national levels. So there are some races where the so-called spoiler effect won't be an issue. For instance, my 2 successful races for mayor of Salt Lake City were non-partisan. We didn't run as nominees of parties, which is how I wish every race could be. But third-party candidates have indeed made real, very negative differences by running in contested states. For instance, James Polk. He was a slave owner, he was a racist, he was an advocate of nationwide slavery, he lied our country into the vicious Mexican-American War to steal land away from Mexico so that they could be slave territories or states, to ensure that Congress would never be able to make slavery illegal. He was a vile man, total racist, and the worst choice for president. But he won his election, and it was a very close election. He only won that election because there was a third-party abolitionist candidate who split the vote in New York. Also, more recently, Ralph Nader's a great friend of mine. I admire him as much as anybody in terms of all of his great advocacy during most of his adult life on behalf of consumers and other ordinary people, making sure that workplaces are safe, that the products we purchase are safe. But when he ran in 2000, most analysts would say that he likely made the difference by continuing to run in Florida, allowing George W. Bush to beat Al Gore. And even more recently, Jill Stein's run as a Green Party candidate probably deprived Hillary Clinton of victory against Donald Trump. So we will never be a spoiler in a race where there's a candidate of the sort like Trump or George W. Bush. We would bow out of those races. We'd certainly never run as a third party in a battleground state, one which is close enough not to call. We're not going to run in those states simply like some other parties do so they can get matching federal funds for their next election. We want to see a better country. We want to see greater social, economic, and environmental justice. That is our main focus. So to accomplish that, if it means that we pull out of races in these battleground states, that's so much the better. And we're likely even to support, to endorse a candidate from another party if their positions align with the principles of the Justice Party for greater social, economic, and environmental justice.